back and I'm better. What's good, YouTube? That boy Kells, I'm back. I want to show mad love to everybody who showed up on the last video. Y'all showed mad love with the views, the comments. I read every single comment. I commented back on every single one. The good, the bad, the indifferent. Y'all show real love for real. For this video, I want to have a goal of, let's say, 400 to 450 views. Can we get there? You know, make sure that you like and subscribe to the video, because we about to build something great out here. On a real note though, I've been a little bit quiet. I know I didn't post, I think, in 14 days. I was in a car accident. I'm okay. My daughter's good. My daughter wasn't with me, so, you know, that's perfect. You know, I just want to thank God that she wasn't with me. I had no broken bones. Nothing happened to the other person. It was just a rear collision while I was stopped trying to turn left. My car was in the shop right now. I had to go get a rental. I had to go to the hospital. All that typical stuff you had to do out here in Germany. But I'm good, and I'm glad to be back to be able to post another video. I've been wanting to do this videos after I dropped the last one and show so much love, but you know, like I said, life happens. So I want to talk about how it is to date in the American community circle specifically. All right, how can I start this? The circle. I'm gonna drop the word down at the bottom of the video. The circle, you know, when people say the circle, it's not one person, it's not one group. I'm talking about a certain area in Germany where American culture, military life, social scenes overlap heavy out here. Out here, we have two. It used to be three, and before, like when I was in the military, it used to be like, I think 4. So what it is now is we have 2, which is the one I'm in, because I live in Kaiserslautern. So you got Baumholder, Kaiserslautern, Ramstein. We added Wiesbaden and Mainz together. Then on the other side, we have Vilseck, Graf, and Hohenfels. These places all got something in common: strong American military presence. That means the same nightlife, same music influence, same social media culture, same friend groups, recycling, same type of dudes rotating in and out every year, right? Same thing, same type of clubs, just different names, different women, different men, same goal. It becomes its own little culture when you talk about the circle inside another country. When people date inside this circle, it's not just meeting the individual, is they're interacting with a repeated pattern, right? So I hear you got repeated patterns. You know, women in the environment have seen the same type of American men over and over. So certain images become familiar. A familiar turns into preference. You know, after a while, it's not even about the men. It's about the type they associate with the excitement, the status, and the experience. You know, out here, really, it's really like in the circle, specifically the circle. It's really like what they see on TV or what they think of a person as an American is what they preferencize or they look for. And if you're not in that type of bubble, you get overlooked, right? And I'm not sitting here to bash nobody and here to expose anybody. I'm just saying it from my point of view. You know, I will be dropping a video about the men's side and, you know, the Dawn Circle stuff, but I just really want to bring this out. Out here, the environment shapes attraction. If you constantly get exposed to one archetype, your brain starts to labeling it as a standard. The circle creates dating culture, and the people just move through it. But with that being said, how the circle moves and what they like depicts on NATs, right? NATs, blank attraction triggers. I can't say this for YouTube YouTube content, but it's basically just a stereotype of what people are attracted to. Loud, confident, dominant, swag, athlete, rapper energy, you know, a lot of non-tangible things, if we're being honest, right? This is the image that they romanticize, they fantasize about, and they just want. But if you are a calm, regular, soft-spoken American man, and you don't act like this type of person, you are a stereotype, you get overlooked, right? The rumor was that when I first came out here was, oh, if you're a brother, the black you are, blah, 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 dark you are, you get more love. I'm here to say that it's true, but I feel like that really applied to the people who was here in the early 90s and the early 2000s. Here is like, yeah, you could be black and American and they gonna love you, but it's really like if you just American out here in the community, they gonna be drawn to you, right? When it comes to this circle and NATs, it's really like, have you ever been like on 2K My Builder, right? Some people ain't meeting a person, they building a character. We got these things called sliders in 2K. So for the sliders for the NATs is height gotta be max, swag gotta be max, athlete vibe gotta be turned on or somewhat, calm and regular personality is like very toned down. They say they want that, but that'd be people who are seasoned in the circle, right? If we don't fit the build, you just get skipped, right? Just like if we're playing in the game, like when I'm on 2K and I'm playing with my build and I'm playing with randoms and I'm looking and the person's on the dot and they don't got what I like, I'm just gonna skip. That's the same way, same analogy how it is out here, right? And basically the circle is just like social experiment. It's these influencers, most of the time got BBLs, their body augmentated, you know, they look good, you know what I'm saying? And the circle keeps growing, right? The people at the top have all the attention, and for the most part, you know who is in the circle for the most part, you know, basically because everybody talks about this person or these group of individuals. And I'm gonna be real, most of the time they older than me, like the people that's in the circle, or like it might be a couple younger ones than me, but everybody knows them. You can take that how you know, you can take that how you want. If you know, you know, drop it in the comments what I'm talking about. But let's just say I got here in 2018 and the same people in the circle when I got there are still in the top thing. Someone come off if they get married, you know, they have a kid, you know, whatever the case might be. But for the most part, you're gonna see the same people doing the same thing every week, going to the clubs, looking for that NBA 2K build type of thing, right? But when you really look at it for real, on a serious note, this ain't hate. Everybody got preference. I'm just saying a lot of people ain't choosing a person, they choosing a character archetype that got hyped up through social media, sports, and culture. If it could be, the special example of an archetype could be Duke Dennis, who else? Michael B. Jordan, Chris Brown, all them people, you know. But in reality, you really just got military people, contractors, DOD, couple dependents, you know. And the crazy part is dating outside the American German military circle is a whole different experience. I will be dropping a video on that later on, but I really wanted to get this point across, so stay tuned for that. But in closing, for real, life ain't 2K though. You can't adjust somebody's personality sliders on a real person. A lot of people out here in the circle community like people for non-tangible things. Drop it in the comments if you know what non-tangible things mean. It's just something I noticed in the circle. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. Some people win in the circle, a lot of people lose in the circle. It's really like being on a dating reality show. Especially when you got things like Tinder and Hinge. It's all about first impression. So if you don't look like you got swag, or you don't look like you tall enough, or you don't look like you got this rapper mentality, rapper image and stuff like that, you just gonna get passed on for the most part. Circle could be a good time if you're looking for it, but if you're really just trying to chill and date, you know, try to stay away from the circle thing, if I'm honest. And I'm gonna be real, as men, we have a circle too. Ours is kind of like linear, it's military, up and coming rappers, club promoters, and barbers. Shout out to all them, you know, y'all do good things. But most of the time, the people in the male community circle, they don't stay too long, because they do 2-3 years and they out. You know, their names still get carried across a little bit, but it's not like the people who are here. And if you ever come out to Germany, you come out to these areas that I mentioned, you would know. And if you know what I'm talking about, or you've seen it, good or bad, you know, drop it in the comments. We can talk about it, and hopefully I can get someone to come on the show and we do an interview, and you know, we talk about stuff. Like I said, I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm gonna do a video about how it is to date outside the circle, what it's really like to date when you go outside, because a lot of people just stay in the circle because it's easier to move around because you're used to the stereotypical things, because it's kind of like this being in America again. But when you move out of the circles area, it's a little bit harder, a little bit more. You gotta have a little pizzazz, a little bit more finesse. But I catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love. I love y'all. Catch y'all in the next one.